Today I want to make a video going over the glute bridge machine. Now the tips I'm going to give you in this video you can obviously use for any glute bridge machine, but there are a few things that are going to be specific to this machine because obviously every machine I use has its own little design that makes it how it is. Again, it's a seatbelt driven platform the way it is, so again, use the tips that you can for any glute bridge machine you're using, but some will be specific to this one. So first I'm going to go over is foot placement. I want to keep my feet lower than higher, because the lower I keep my feet, the more of a stretch I'm going to get in the bottom, and again, the most hypertrophic response we're going to get is resistance in a deep stretch. So with this machine, I'm going to have my heels down here, and I'm going to have my second to last big toe over here. The reason I don't want to have my feet too close is because me personally, when I keep my feet close, I feel more quad than I do glute. So feet on, heels in the bottom, second big toe is on the outside. Now, as I come down, I'm going to put this hip thrust pad on the crease of my hips, where my hips would hip hinges if I was doing an RDL, right? Second, I'm going to grab the belt. I want to make sure the belt is not twisted, because I promise you, when you do this movement, if it's twisted, you'll feel it. One thing you'll also feel is if this pad is a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, 100%, especially the more weight that you use, you're going to feel that also. So from here, I'm going to tighten it. Now you'll see, this is as tight as I can make it right here. But if I drop my feet for a second, I have another 2 to 3 inches that I can pull through, right? Now from here, I'm going to push this forward, bring my feet back to where they were, get heels down, pronated feet. And one thing I forgot to go over, if you stand up and you put your foot on your glute and you just turn your toe out, you can feel your glute kind of turn on in a sense. So that's why when we're down here, our feet aren't forward, they're pronated out. So we have more glute activation. Now from here, I personally like to keep my hands up here in this position. It helps keep my back straight and it keeps me in line. So now when I go to push, I'm pushing through my heels, into my glutes, into the pad. So much so that it lifts this a little bit. I'm not trying to push this off. I'm literally just trying to apply attention down to my heels, up through my glutes, into the pad. So once I'm ready and I have that tension, I'm going to push up through my heels, push this forward. Now from this point, I'm going to abduct my knees and push them out hard. As I come down, I'm going to go all the way down, get into that stretch position, and then as I push up, it's through my heels, pushing up as high as I can through my heels, squeeze my glutes for a second, and then right back down. I'm not holding it. The reason I'm not holding it is, again, the most hypertrophic response is right here in that stretch position with resistance. So up, squeeze, and then right back down while pushing my knees out the entire time. My knees should be pushing against these the entire time. There should never be a point where I don't feel these on the sides, right? Because if you do the abduction machine and you're going out, that's when you feel your glutes. So while I'm in this position, I'm pushing through my heels as I'm coming up and going down. I'm keeping all the pressure pushing out as I push up, squeeze my glutes, and you can feel how much pressure is applied to the glutes. So again, all the way down, touch, pushing through the heels, knees out, big squeeze, and then coming back down. Now when I rack, I'm going to pull this forward. For this machine specifically, when I undo this, I'm taking this and wrapping it around this handle here. The reason I do that is because when I go to do this second set, I'm not fishing for the handle as if I just drop it here and I got to play this game and try to find it.